Hi, I'm Joan Graham, your guide to Sharing the Universe, our series of outreach training videos produced by the Astronomical Society of the Pacific. In this episode, Handling Difficult Questions and Difficult People, we discuss the difficult question of difficult questions and the difficulties of difficult people. We've all had them. The alien abductee, the conspiracy theorist, the rambling storyteller. We're going to give you the tools to deal with them all. You'll learn how to respond to questions about astronomy, but way off the topic you're presenting. People who tell really long and involved stories. Difficult people who ask confrontational questions about astrology, conspiracies, and UFOs. Let's discuss two different situations when you're likely to encounter these difficulties. You could be presenting to a group or talking to an individual one-on-one. Social convention dictates that you should always be polite, not interrupt, answer questions, and respond to comments. But social convention sometimes needs to be ignored. If you're speaking to a group and someone asks a difficult or digressive question, you need to seize control. Why? Because if you let one person take over the conversation, you risk losing the focus of the entire group. If you're speaking to an individual one-on-one, it's your choice. Take control if you want to. It's okay. Or engage the individual and discuss the topic if you like. Let's hear from amateur astronomers about their experiences with difficult questions.
I've had students who are so excited, who just sort of monopolize questions.
They'll come back to the same sort of questions that anyone doing astronomy outreach faces. The moon landing was faked. Can you tell me where my sign is in the heavens?
You're misusing your time on this one person, and actually you're doing a disservice to everybody else in the audience.
Here are several reasons why you must seize control. Most of the group wants to learn about the topic you're presenting, not a side conversation raised by the questioner. You might have other duties to attend to, or people wanting to talk to you. Some confrontational people have deeply held views that you won't change. They're just looking for a public forum in which to air them. Don't confront them or begin an argument. It'll make you look bad and leave visitors with a negative feeling. It's okay to take control, really. When you decide to take control, how do you do it? First, let's look at how to do this in a group setting. If the question is controversial, off-topic, or simply heckling, be pleasant, but don't engage the questioner. Respond neutrally. Get back on topic. Here's an example.
If this ball here is the Earth, and this little ball here is the Moon, how far apart should they be separated? Remember, it took the Apollo missions 3 days to get here.
The Apollo missions were staged. We didn't really land on the moon.
There are those who believe that. However, the topic tonight is sizes and distances. If anyone has questions about the Apollo missions, I'll be happy to talk with you after we finish up here. So, consider the distance between the Earth and the Moon.
Did you see that? Excellent work. He gave a pleasant response, didn't argue, and took focus from the questioner by looking away and offering to talk about the topic later. Other times, you might get a question that's about astronomy and isn't confrontational, but is still way off your presentation topic. Here's how to take control of that situation.
If this ball here is the Earth, and this little ball here is the Moon, you can see that...
Will the sun turn into a black hole?
No, but black holes are fascinating, aren't they? We can talk about black holes later. Here, you be the Earth.
Wow, look at how he affirmed the question and gave a quick answer before deferring the conversation to an appropriate time. He then quickly involved the questioner in the activity and got back on topic. What a hero. Now, let's take a look at difficult questions that arise in one-on-one situations. Just you and a solo visitor. You can engage if you want to, but if you'd rather not engage, don't hesitate to take control.
The Earth was formed billions of years ago.
You don't really believe the Earth is that old, do you?
Well, we don't have to agree on everything, especially when enjoying a beautiful night like this. Hey, by the way, have you had a chance to see any other planets? I have Jupiter right here. Tell me if you can see its moons.
Great. He was polite and swiftly changed the subject. Now, here's an example of how to deal with genuinely curious people who ask totally off-topic questions.
I love the stars. I'm a Libra. Would it be okay if I marry a Scorpio?
Well, that isn't really a topic I'm qualified to comment on, but I can show you where Scorpius is in the sky.
Oh,
Nicely done. He responded politely without being insulting or condescending, then turned the discussion from astrology to astronomy. Other disruptions aren't off topic. Sometimes a visitor just won't stop talking and launches into a long, involved story. Don't be afraid to interrupt someone who doesn't pause. Really, I'm serious. Interrupt and say, "Could you hold that thought?" or "I need to finish up. Let's talk later." Now, here's another way to deal with long stories.
There's a double star on the handle of the Big Dipper. Take a look.
Huh. You know, the first time I was able to find the Big Dipper, I was 8 years old.
Huh.
No, I must have been 9, because it was definitely 4th grade, and we were camping in probably July. My brother and I were sharing a tent.
Wow.
Man, was he a pain! And if I remember rightly, the night in question was so dark that when
Wow, that sounds like a really memorable time. Would it be okay if we let the next person have a look? Here, let me give you one of our star maps. On the back, there's information about our club. You're welcome to join us. Then we can have more time to talk. Thanks for coming tonight.
Great work. See how he acknowledged the long-winded visitor's enthusiasm, gave him extra resources, then turned his attention to another guest? Nicely done. Now that we've seen a bunch of possible scenarios, let's recap. Seize control. Be pleasant. Respond to the situation as we have demonstrated and get back on topic. Practice these techniques with your family and friends until you're comfortable taking control in difficult situations. You'll find more techniques on handling difficult questions, difficult people, and other topics at astrosociety.org/sharingtheuniverse. Feel free to send this video to all your friends and colleagues. Be sure to check out the full set of Sharing the Universe outreach training videos for more tips on successful public outreach. Thanks for listening.
It's a calm and cloudless night. Come outside with me tonight, and I can show you wonders of the world to surprise and delight. I've got my telescope with me. Just wait until you see. We'll stand on the shoulders of giants. That Copernicus was right. Come outside with me tonight, and I can show you wonders of the world to surprise and delight. I got my telescope with me. Just wait until you see. We'll stand on the shoulders of giants.